Right, now then, welcome to the YouTube channel. I've started documenting my food and liquid intake, which I think some people might find interesting for the channel. It's going to have a lot of components of fitness and stuff and health. And like I've said in Facebook video, I want to just share a lot of information as accurate as possible to help our fitness individuals. Every morning when I get up I make sure I have a sufficient amount of water just to rehydrate myself and flush toxins out of my system. And I have lemon juice in the morning because it helps as a detoxifying agent and helps just clean your system out and your liver. Right, I'm going to start off with first meal of the day and toast were mugging me off here. And that toast were this is a low carb one, so it has about 9 grams of carb. Some mornings I just don't eat any carbs at all, I'll just go for high protein and high fat. The reason I just primarily want protein and fat in the morning is just mainly because of the beneficial functions that protein and fat serve. I don't personally want carbohydrates and don't want my energy levels to be spiked. Just want to keep stable, steady blood sugar, so I will speak about this during this video. I consume healthy fats which are not really processed. Fat is an important nutrient to assist cell function in the brain and the body organs. Now, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition 2018 looked at the link between high-fat breakfast and chronic metabolic disease. The research concluded that a high-fat, low-carb breakfast may reduce the risk of metabolic syndrome, and that syndrome includes conditions like increased blood pressure, increased blood sugar levels, insulin spikes, excess body fat around the waist, and having abnormal cholesterol levels. Fats do play an important role for your cell function and cell growth. Fats help you absorb nutrients and produce hormones. Fats also help absorb vitamins A, D, E and K, but healthy fats and fibre help counteract the insulin spike you get when you consume carbs. That neutralises the rate in which the bloodstream absorbs our glucose from the carbs, and that allows for a steadier blood sugar release. In my breakfast that morning I had 2 large whole eggs, I had 2 slices of bacon, I had a tablespoon of quark, which is high protein, and I had a handful of spinach, which is also quite high in protein for a vegetable, but it's obviously not significant. Topped it off with a bit of vinegar and a little bit of that sauce. I don't normally have that, I just put that into the video in case any viewers tend to have that HP sauce, but I don't tend to have it. And the low carb wholemeal bread will get a tiny bit of energy with it being 9 grams of carb. But obviously that neutralises out with the amount of fat that's with that breakfast, and it's good as just a bit of a base layer to have your actual breakfast on. Right, next thing I had were a cup of coffee, and I had that with 1 slice of dark chocolate, 1 square even, and I put a bit of peanut butter on top of dark chocolate. This is just my idea that I thought of, and this helps bring in a little bit more of the good fat into your lifestyle. Dark chocolate is rich in fibre, iron, magnesium, copper, and chocolate is 85% dark cocoa, so that's got a wide variety of powerful antioxidants. And the bioactive compounds in the cocoa for dark chocolate will help improve the blood flow to your arteries, and that over time might slowly decrease your blood pressure. And the final benefit of the dark chocolate, it can help prevent heart disease. I only eat carbohydrates as a source of fuel, so when I'm not needing the fuel for energy or workout, I keep my carbs rate low, or I might even have none at all. This enables me to function better for energy when I do consume the carbs, and it prevents excess body fat from storing from unused glycogen that the carbs provide. Right, meal number 2 of the day. This consisted of sweet potato, so it was quite carb dense. It was simply to give me a bit of fuel to do my 150 press up challenge that I've been doing whilst recovering, because I can't really do any other exercise. This Eat Lean cheese, I got it from Tesco and it were half price at £2, and it tastes right nice. It's got a proper high protein content and the fat's been whacked right down. I thought the carbs in the insulin would be raised a lot because of that to compensate, but it isn't actually, so I can't fault it as of now. And all these things, by the way, these meals, they take minutes to make, so they're very quick and simple. So obviously you can see a bit of sweet potato, some chicken breast from Tesco, I had chopped cucumber, chopped carrots, put a bit of Nando's pidi sauce on it, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to dip in some of the ingredients, and it just turned out right nice. Now here's a midday snack that I want to show some people. It is a crisp bread from Aldi, dipped in with a bit of quark each time you take a piece of crisp bread off. It just brings a nice texture with it. It's really nice. I'm not a food critic, I don't know what I'm on about, but these snacks, they do consist quite an adequate amount of protein, so you can incorporate that into your day in order to get a bit more protein in your diet if that's what you need. Now, because of my current situation with my knee recovering and not doing much exercise, this is why the diet mainly consists of high protein and high fat to help keep my hunger levels at a steady state as well. So I tend to eat every 3.5 hours, and what I eat tends to do a good job in terms of just keeping my body satisfied until the next meal. So the proper meal number 3, this consisted of 3 whole sausages, very high in protein and quite low fat and saturated fat in this one. I had this with 2 high protein bagels and all. Lots of it's wholemeal and whole wheat. I got cheese, obviously me lean cheese, which I just can't stop getting enough of, and I made sure I had an adequate amount of vegetables. And these consisted of chopped tomatoes, orange and red, and then I had quite a handful of spinach. I also had chopped cucumber, bit of carrot, just any high volume, low calorie vegetable, and that'll help aid your hunger levels, keep your stomach quite satisfied as well. One, it'd definitely be broccoli, that's why I have that at the end of this meal, as you'll see. And when sausages are done, right, you just want to put 3 onto each at bagel. And he's only gone and brought out his favourite Nando sauce again, Auntie. Bought loads of bottles of these because they were on offer at Tesco. Lemon and herb, extra mild. Obviously high protein is quite the thing around here because we need the amino acids from the protein for our growth, repair, maintenance of our structure. Protein also helps form our enzymes, our hormones and antibodies as well to help the fluid regulation in our cells. And protein aids construction of your lean muscle mass tissue, which we all do need. The reason why the breakfast as well was very high protein was to kickstart your immune system. And protein digestion increases your muscle metabolism. And you probably wonder what that means. That's basically where your body runs at a leaner state, so your metabolism is burning through more calories. I decided to have meal 4, final meal at day, as a shake. This consisted of unsweetened almond milk to keep the carbs quite low, and then I put a bit of this Icelandic Greek yogurt in. It's got reduced sugar and fat, and it's quite high in protein. Now the protein content of the Greek yogurt is mainly casein protein, as well as my casein powder. And this has a slow release effect of protein into your muscle tissue, ensuring a steady supply of amino acids throughout the night. And if you add a little bit of peanut butter to that snack and all, it increases your digestion time, enhancing this snack's ability to control my hunger. But because it's been around 3 hours since the last protein intake, I will use 1 scoop of natural whey protein in the shake as well to combine with the casein protein, and this basically will act as a blend of fast and slow digesting proteins, all within 1 serving. Now I do sometimes add a teaspoon of peanut butter, a little bit of cinnamon, cocoa powder, but to be honest I've just had milk with protein powder in it then, and it's just fine as it is. So there's little things you can add in your sen if you want. And that concludes day daily. I don't track my caloric intake because I think it can be quite stressful and it's a complex process for some people to follow. You can end up just getting caught up in a lot of stress regarding counting calories. I just stick to making sure I'm getting the right macronutrients in day. Now, yeah, the macros and the portions in these meals that I consume daily do reflect my lifestyle, what I have. I try and get quite a high amount of protein to suit my body weight. I roughly weigh 155 pounds, so I'll try and intake 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight I am. So that equals about 155 grams of protein a day. I'll try and get to that target. If I can't, it's one day, it's not a big issue. You just try and make sure you get a sufficient amount over the weeks that you're going to be consistent with your training, consistent with your lifestyle diet. Now, getting an adequate amount of protein in your diet is quite hard for some, so I just recommend 1 gram per pound of body weight. I used to hear a lot of fitness people say you need like 1 gram or 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and I'm always like, well, what's that mean? You basically find out what you weigh. If you know what it is in kilograms, you just convert that over to pounds, and then however many pounds you are, you basically try to eat that amount but in grams of protein. I just won't recommend following people who say have like 2 grams per pound of body weight, even if you're trying to bulk up. Over consuming protein can lead to kidney damage because of excess nitrogen from the protein. So I only have the adequate amount that you need and just don't don't abuse it. So I'm going to be documenting daily my food and liquid intake, and then I'm going to be putting that in separate videos every couple of days. I'm going to explain purposes and benefits of why I do that as well. I'm aware that a lot of people might not even work out or exercise, and certain stuff won't really apply to you as much. But I want to bring a variety of healthy living options in for those people who don't necessarily go to the gym but just want to have a healthy lifestyle as well. So that's where the nutrition stuff can help you. I've overcome pretty much the technical difficulties now, so I'm working on that, and I can't wait to just get channel up and running and just get like fluent content out, you know what I mean, every couple of days. So that'd be great. Throughout all year, I've had a lot of technical difficulties, which has stopped me in my tracks a little bit. So I've decided to just sort all of them out, and can hopefully just get going with everything from it's just phones, recording, software, storage, and all that. You know, finally battled through it. This video actually took a long time to make, and it even froze and I lost it, and I just thought I'd restart it and just take some doing. But I just really wanted to do that, so hopefully whoever's watching will appreciate that. And if you're like-minded with your fitness or whatever, please just drop a comment in here. That's all I care about. Just want comments and that, you know, have a little chat. We'll have a chinwag. Yeah, just comment. That's all I really want. I'm not going to ask for likes and subs because that's just what every YouTuber does. I don't really give a bucks. And seeing as it's my first video, I do appreciate it if you've actually watched it all. And that's about it. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ra.